What's going on YouTube? 𝒃𝒆𝒦𝒕 here, and welcome back to Greenland. So in the previous episode, we developed this area right here. We've been working on our university as well, the campus area, trying to get that up to level 5. And we are chasing the milestone of 36,000 in population, and then more after that. So the idea and the plan is, over the next couple of milestones, is to expand out towards the beach. In order to do that, we are going to need a better and a closer highway heading out that way, which is why in this episode we are going to rework this stretch of highway that we have right here to give ourselves a couple of other connections, future connections, heading out this way towards the beach and this way. So with that said, we are sitting at 33,000 in population. We've got a good amount of money in the bank, which is what's making this highway project possible. And we've got a very strong demand for residential, commercial, and very little for industry and offices. So with that said, let's check on our university. This is halfway through, so I am going to put this on 3 speed. Actually, you know what? Let's go on 2 speed. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So we're missing one academic work. We've got the attractiveness and the students for now, and we do have an academic work in play as well. So with that, I am just gonna start with a big brush and go and demolish a bunch of stuff right here, and then we'll plan out some highway routing. I'm gonna take this back all the way to here, and I was looking around under this content creator packs. There are several interchanges that are available to us that we could use for this particular project. One of them was this one that I was kinda sorta considering, but in this orientation. And ultimately, I settled on the trumpet. The trumpet, which is going to sit somewhere right about here. Now, one thing, I'll place it down so you guys can see. One thing that kind of sucks about these pre-built interchanges is they come with their own quirks, so this definitely doesn't look very appealing. That's the mistake that I made when I placed it down the first time. So I started playing around with it a little bit, and I found out that if we come over here, we lower the elevation step all the way down, then we go and we select the trumpet interchange. When we go up just by 1, and then we go and hook up right there, that goes away. So that's a neat little trick or workaround over having those tunnels kind of bulge into the highway. So that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna upgrade this interchange to, where is it? There it is. Two lane roads pretty much all the way around, because this is going to get some good use, and we are going to want it to be able to handle all of it, as this is going to connect our major and probably the most populated part of the city down by the beach. Alright, so with that in place, this looks a little bit weird right here. So we are going to get rid of that and that. And we're going to come over here and do our very own connection. That looks a little bit better, but it could be even better. We're gonna get rid of the road guidelines, and what if we go from this side? So that's good. I'm gonna stay with that. We're probably gonna end up hooking up this to that. So let's actually, since we are here, work with that, and perfect. That works. So now we gotta hook up this other side as well. And look at that. We've got ourselves a pre-built trumpet interchange that actually works. Now from this side, heading down this way, it's gonna be pretty much the same as it was before, but we are, so this is up one already. We're still gonna wanna go up by 3. That way, should we decide to have roads under the highway, we will have that option. There we go. And then just to test it out, let's try to put a, yep, and that will that'll work. So now with this, we are going to take it out all the way to maybe right about here. That is nice and even. Gonna grab the road guidelines and we're gonna go right back down. Oh, we went too far. Well, I guess we're not saving too much money with this project by being so careless. Okay, so that looks better. Now, what I had in mind over here is another interchange that was pre-built by one of the content creators, and that would be this one, the 3-way stack interchange. And that is not gonna work. Okay, no problem. We can pull this back a little bit and see if it works now. And it kind of does. That very well could work. So we're going to want to bring this up to the same height as well. Now that's another nice benefit and bonus of doing everything on the lowest elevation step is you can go up by 3, plug it in, and voila, that works. And it's primarily flat over here too. Once we get into, I was looking at this too. Once we get into this area right here, kind of shoots up. So we'll have the highway running through there, that's fine. But then I'm thinking maybe some residential areas up this way could work, kind of overlooking down the city and everything that we have going on. So with this in place, we are also going to upgrade everything to a 2-lane highway, and then we will go with a 4-lane everywhere else. And of course, it's going to give us a issue. It wouldn't be Cities Skylines if it didn't. But we'll work on fixing that. Let's upgrade everything that we actually can for now. Alright, so the challenging area is going to be this one right here. Let's get rid of that. And we'll grab the 2-lane. That was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. So perfect. That works. And it also looks better, meatier, thicker with the 2-lane highway as opposed to the single on-ramp highway roads. So definitely gonna keep that. So there is one more pre-built interchange that we are going to play around with, and that is going to be one of these two because they have a, or it has a road, built in as well. So if we try to match it up kind of with where the highway is going to be going, that's not going to look good. But if we come out to somewhere about here and still try to keep this road as straight as we can, I think we can do just a little bit better. And that looks good for the most part. A little bit of up and down over here, which I think we can live with. And then as far as connecting, that's going to be challenging. Let's try this one more time, but what we'll do is we will go up one elevation step and then hook up over here and then see. Yeah, so that should be a little bit easier. Everything else looks all right for the most part. So we'll be good. Let's get to work over here. Get rid of those hookups, and we'll keep everything kind of in line with this side here. So this looks all right, but I think we can do a little bit better. It looks kind of weird. It looks like somebody made a mistake, which we did, and we are gonna go and fix that mistake now. All right, and that I can most definitely live with. So we've got some road or lane management going on over here as well. I upgraded this. This is fine. One lane on, off. So that's good. That is good. I don't mind that at all. The other thing that I was looking at as well is putting in these asymmetrical roads. The 4 lanes on one side and 3 on another. We're gonna do that all the way up to the highway. So we're gonna give ourselves 4 lanes there. And then 4 lanes is already set on this side, so we've got a dedicated merging, or not merging, but turning lane. Then we'll do the same thing right here. And that looks good. This one we're gonna have to flip. And I wish. I don't have to wish. We can just do. Actually, if I get rid of that. So that gives us a node pretty much in the middle. So now what we can do is we can come and change directions, and it looks a little bit better. See, we don't really need to have space over here for more on the right side for more lanes. So I think 4 lanes coming in over this way and then heading in is going to be just exactly what we need. For the time being, we're going to get rid of all of the traffic lights here. So we are good. And I'm not anticipating a whole lot of use right now, but it's good to kind of plan everything out. Now, if we're lucky, we will be able to run this road. We're not that lucky. We could make our own luck though, maybe, without destroying too much. So we can do that. Let's come back over here. Perfect, that works. So we're not going to have a highway connection right here. We are once again not going to be lucky enough to do this. So if we were to go under here, I'm going to try and keep this symmetrical with the highway. So I will do, yeah, I'll do that. Now we can bridge under here. This is the exact center. So if we come out to about there. I didn't plan this. I didn't plan this at all, but it's a little bit crooked there. I don't hate it. Let's try it with a 4-lane road. And it's still just a little bit crooked there. I wonder if we could make it just a little bit less crooked. And that works. I like that. We're gonna keep that. So then over here we will hope that we have enough room to create an on and off ramp on this side before we kind of hit the stack interchange here. I know we'll have enough room over here. So for that, what I will do is we're gonna go into a quick little time lapse. Alright, so I don't like this. The reason I don't like it is even if we were able to hook up right here, anybody coming from this side will have to make a very sharp cut in order to get onto the off-ramp. So the way to fix that would be to move this further down and then have a little bit more room to play with. And I think that's what we will do. All right, so previously we were here. If we go down and say give ourselves at least another half a block, maybe a full block, and do this. This could work, but we're gonna be very offset right here unless we extend this road, which we could. We kind of left ourselves that right over here. So let's do that. Let's use our given right to change things up and curve that. I like that. I think it's gonna work out just fine. So now we should have plenty of room to put in a highway on and off ramp. I'm gonna fix this just a little bit, like so, and like so. There we go. Now we've got nice and even pillars. So let's now get to work on the on and off ramps over here. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that looks really nice to me. So we're going to stick with it and go. So while we were doing this, we're almost at 36,000 in population. We've got just a little bit until we hit the next academic year, which I'm hoping we get the academic work to advance to level 4, which is going to open up a few more things for us. We're gonna try and get this up to par with what we need to hit level 5. We still have some of the demand for residential, commercial, and industrial. And I'm thinking now that we have this space right here, we can expand out this way and fill this in a little bit. And then once we get the next level here, we get this area filled in as well. So let's do some standard gridding over here on this side as well. We're just going to repeat what we currently have on the other side. And there we go. Academic year report. We've got a grand total of 3 academic works. Lost a little bit in students, which with what we are about to zone right now should get us back up to the level that we need. And we've got the auditorium, the bookstore, and the laboratories. We got sponsorship deals once we put in a stadium. Got academic works, and that is it. So let's come over here. We're gonna pause this. Let's work on this now and see what we can do here, and go from there. Now we are definitely not gonna have enough room to put in this school of engineering over here if we keep things the way they are. Maybe we reserve a little bit of room right here to expand, or I don't have a plan for this just yet. Maybe we can expand out this way a little bit. That's a possibility. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We've got the auditorium, the laboratories, and the bookstore. Let's see which one is the biggest one. That is probably going to be this one right here, the laboratories. So let's see where we can put that. We are going to be lucky enough to put that right there. So that'll fit. We've got to do something here. I'd hate to leave it just undone. And hey, look, we just hit our next milestone as well. Lots of things happening here. So let's take a look at this milestone. We've got a new area. We've unlocked the ships. So that's going to be the cargo harbor and the regular harbor. We did unlock the actual university campus area. So we have that. We've got universal education if we wanted to make it free for everyone. We've got the paths. So there's the harbor, cargo harbor, eco water treatment plant, and advanced inland water treatment plant. That's something that I've been waiting for. We've got an American football stadium and a peanut bowl memorial stadium. So that's good. We are going to come back to that here in just a little bit. What I'm going to do here is I'm gonna cut this off. We need the room. Not sure. Oh, because of the parking lot. Okay. But I don't think we can cut across right here because we've got the metro to worry about. Let's put that in first, and we'll see what kind of room we have left to play with. So the lowest elevation we can come out to here. So that's fine. And now where can we place a road for it to work? Definitely not there, but there would work. So that works for me as well. Let's do that. I don't hate it, I don't love it, but we're gonna run with it, and we're gonna get rid of all of this right here. And then we can add in a parking spot right there, where it, I think it was somewhere in that area. So, all right, we've got that taken care of. Let's go back to campus and see what else we need. So we placed down the biggest building, which is the laboratories. We've got the auditorium that could go right next to it. Kind of clustered a little bit, but that's fine for now. And then we have the bookstore. Bookstore is a little bit smaller. That could go over here. I don't hate that, but we are gonna need to expand the campus area, so let's do that. There we go. I'm gonna leave that there. What I was looking at is, dependent on how large this School of Engineering is, if it's anything as long as the police academy, if we rework a couple more things here, it should fit. So we're gonna see what that ends up looking like once we unlock everything. We do have one more thing to satisfy here, and that's the attractiveness, while we wait for the academic work that we are going to put in for IT and engineering. So attractiveness, we're going to have to place down a bunch of these little fountains that we just unlocked for the sake of just getting it done. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the spam game for now. That's not to say that we can't come back later and make it look a lot nicer, but for now I'm just gonna spam a bunch of the statues, academic statues. So I believe each one of these gives us maybe about 50 points. We were at 1380. We need to be at 18, so let's say that is an additional 200. We've got 300. I am curious though, what is the value of one of these? Oh, it's more than I thought. So we're only one away now from accomplishing our goal, and I think that might be wrong. I am wrong. It's not going to fit there. Like I said, we're going to spam these down and just let this kind of do its thing. So we're at 1855 out of 1800, so we're good to go there. Did I mess with policies here at all? I didn't. Why don't we make this even more attractive, and we're going to give everybody the student healthcare, and we're going to provide lunches. We're not going to do visiting scholars or universal education just yet. So we'll keep those away. So now, while we're waiting for this to level up, we can try and fill in this area and make it look a little bit nicer. But I am thinking, as opposed to having just a bunch of small roads right here, I'm thinking about turning maybe, yeah, this road right here. Maybe we can go with a 4-lane road, and I didn't think so, but worth a try. Maybe we can do something like that just to kind of split it up a little. I actually think that if we wanted to, we can make this work just by adjusting the highway a little bit. gonna put a pin in that. We're gonna run that road to there, and let's make these even, and then we will square off. I'll be honest with you, I don't know why I want to go under the highway over here. I think it would look really cool if we were to do that. I wonder if we even can. I don't know if we're high enough. We are high enough over here, so we're gonna end up doing that. I'm gonna leave this unfinished right here for now, and we're gonna figure out how to get under the highway over here. But I think that would look really cool to kind of have some business over here in this area, so this doesn't just end up looking like just an abandoned highway interchange area. So we'll work on that when we get around to it. So as far as zoning goes, we can kind of duplicate what we had up over here on this side, and we are going to stretch commercial all the way up to here. We do have some office demand, and we are going to do that right there for offices, and then everything else over here is going to be high density residential that is going to look just like this style of buildings over here. Alright, so I think one more thing that we should do before we end the episode is kind of check and see if we have enough service coverage all the way out this way. So we're good on police and fire. We're lacking just a little bit on health. So we have a large hospital there. I feel like it should be sufficient if we were to just put a small clinic to hang out kind of on that corner right there. The other thing, we're pretty set on parks, but I'm gonna add a couple more parking places just like so. There we go, like that. And then schools, elementary school, we're okay for the most part. High school, we're slacking a little bit, so we could use a large high school. And I wonder if we can reserve this area right here for the high school and still be able to fit a sports field of some sort. That would be, I think that would be kind of nice looking down from the highway. So we've got a small soccer field, and that would fit. Can we fit the larger one? I highly doubt it. And we could. Perfect. So we're going to run with that. We're going to put the larger field there. Add a couple more parking spots. And I think that's going to be good enough. So elementary school, good. High school, now good. We've got fire, police, and healthcare. So I think the only thing that we're missing over here is a little bit of foliage to fill this area in, kinda like so. Then I'm not sure what to do here. Maybe we'll do something there as well. But for now, this area to me is kind of complete. We just need to fill in. We've got to decide what we're gonna do with the roads and how we're gonna go across. But other than that, that's looking pretty nice, and that's what I'm gonna leave you guys with, is something pretty nice. I'm actually really happy the way this turned out. I did a couple of trials before I started recording, and this ended up looking better than in my trials. So pretty happy with that. Let me know what you guys think about this. Is this kind of how you plan out your cities as well? Do you look ahead? Do you look to the beach? Do you look to see how everything is gonna turn out before you place everything down, or do you just build anything and then go through and put in highways and fix things? Let me know down in the comments. So with that, as always, be the best that you can be in everything that you do, and I will see you guys on the next one.